we finally gonna get a solo album from Andre, and not because the fans have been demanding it, but because Epic Records is putting some kind of pressure on him?
It's very interesting. My label will not count this album against my country. I just felt like I wish it would count.
The damn thing is nominated for Grammy for Album of the Year. How the hell do you not claim that?
DIY.
DIYers, over the last week, we got something that is a very rare thing to get. We got some interviews with Andre 3000, the GOAT 3000. Like, I don't care how many flute albums he put out. He can't make me dislike him as in my opinion, one of the greatest rappers to ever do it. It's my favorite rapper. I was very disappointed when we saw the interviews that he had where he talked about what am I going to rap about, colonoscopies and things like that. I'll admit that. However, it has been dope to see him getting the honors that he has, one of those being the Grammys saying they're honoring him for nomination of Album of the Year, which is crazy. Seeing him actually be back out here performing live, and it seems like even like when I was watching the Tyler the Creator, the Flog Gnaw Fest, like it looked like he was very happy to be there and doing what he loved. With that said, he sat down with a few different platforms. The first of which we're going to focus on was posted here by Elliott Wilson, but it was a repost from the Touré Show where he talks to Andre 3000, and he said something that was really interesting that had me kind of going along a train of thought that asked the question, are we finally going to get a solo album from Andre, and not because the fans have been demanding it, but because Epic Records is putting some kind of pressure on him?
But here's another funny thing. They congratulated on the process. They congratulated on what the work was. But contractually, it's very interesting. My label will not count this album against my contract.
Oh, you're still under the same Outkast deal?
No, this is as a solo artist. Yeah, we're still, it's two different contracts. There's Outkast and then there's solo.
Wait, you have a solo deal with Epic and they're not counting New Blue Sun?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
How do we do that?
Yeah, I didn't understand it at first. We were trying to find ways around it. But I understand it in a way, too, because if I'm on the other side, like I always try to put myself on the other side, I think my attorney explained it in this way, that it was invented in the 70s, maybe, when artists were trying to get out their deal. So they were just pretty much turning in anything.
Yeah.
And so you have to have some type of legal stipulation that stops from you doing that. So it's something where it says the next recording has to be 90% like the recording before it.
Let's get into some more specifics on that. Talk to ChatGPT. I'll be talking to her sometimes. Here's what she had to say about what this is called. It is called a minimum delivery requirement or a minimum recording obligation. In the 1970s, record labels introduced contractual clauses known as minimum delivery requirements to ensure that artists delivered albums consistent with their established style and quality. These provisions were implemented to prevent artists from submitting subpar or drastically different works to fulfill their contractual obligations hastily. Them artists that give away some bullshit to get out their contract, right? I think even Prince might have said that he was guilty of that at one point in time. Rest in peace. Three Stacks encountered such a clause with his album New Blue Sun, which, due to its departure from his previous hip-hop work, did not count towards his contract with Epic Records. Interesting. So you mean to tell me all these fans, including myself, that was like, nigga, rap something, please rap. You want the greatest ever do it. And he was like, man, I just ain't feeling all that. Oh, you got a contract? I didn't know he had I knew that he had the contract with Outkast. Did not know there was a solo project. And why wouldn't they give him such a deal after The Love Below and the success of The Love Below? But of course, we never got another album. So here's where he talks about, how he's approaching that. I got another clip for you that's going to give you more confidence, because it still doesn't take it. Because, who knows how long this contract's been for. The Love Below in Speaker Box. Isn't that dropping 2000, damn near 3? Like, it's been a long time he's been on this solo deal, apparently. But let's continue.
What? You see what I'm saying?
That's in your solo deal.
It's everybody's deal. They don't know it because most people are not doing this kind of thing, but it stops you from turning in hand claps, 10 tracks of hand clapping and saying, my album.
Look, I ain't never been no major label owner. I don't plan on ever being that. But if I got an artist that I sign and you send me 10 tracks of hand claps to satisfy your deal, I'm coming to slap your ass. I'm going to hand clap your face. I put how much money on the line? I'm coming to hand clap your face. But that's funny.
Right.
And I get it. but Sylvia and the team, they've been so supportive. They know I'm not turning like a hand clap album. They get it.
Yeah.
But as a business, you know, this is kind of like the stance that they took, you know. And to be quite honest, like I'm not hurrying trying to get out of my deal. It's not like I'm trying to like, yeah, let's hurry up and get out and then I'm about to put out this rap album.
Right.
No, I don't have a rap album, none of that kind of shit. So I'm not stressed about it. Put it like that. Like I'm not rushing to get out. If I get out of the deal, I may want to stay there. But I just felt like I wish it would count. But I think it's interesting news that artists should hear that this album is not counting.
That is crazy too.
Interesting, but they're still going. See, so this is where I get it from both perspectives, but what I think is kind of messed up, and one of you just made the point right now, is that if we're going to treat this as Elliott Wilson here put as a fluke mixtape that doesn't count towards his album obligations, then you shouldn't benefit financially in what's going to happen after the Grammys or what happens afterwards after touring. Like, why do you still get to benefit off of any and everything around it? Like, you're still benefiting off of this. The damn thing is nominated for Grammy for Album of the Year. How the hell do you not claim that as part of the contract? Yes, very different from what you probably anticipated when you said 3 Stacks solo album. We got dibs on it as Epic Records. But he gave you an Album of the Year, for which I know y'all care about. He gave you Album of the Year at the Grammys. What's good with you DIYers, YouTube fam, and of course, independent artists alike? I got some really exciting news that I want to share with you. As many of you know, over the last 10 months, I have been doing some deep diving into going direct to consumer as an independent artist. And after reacting to so many different stories and having my own experiences, I've learned a lot over these last 10 months, and I would love to share it with you on my new Patreon for Curtis King TV. By joining the DIY community, you'll get early access to exclusive videos from this YouTube, free downloads, live Zoom calls, and even private Discord chats with me and the DIY community. Plus, independent artists, there are resources, tutorials, and so much more to help you level up your independent music career. So whether you're here for my content, for my music, or just to level up your own music career, I assure you this Patreon is for you. Head over to patreon.com/Curtis King TV and let's continue to show them what is possible independently. Just when you thought and you looked at that and you said, okay. He doesn't sound like he's too pressed for time. He doesn't sound like he's like really pressured to do anything about that. He did more interviews. And I think it's really dope to hear him out and about because, man, like this is the closest I feel like we're getting into like actual solo album material. I've been waiting on this since I can remember, probably since '96. Been my favorite rapper for forever. Shout out to Wayno, man, a friend of the channel, man, good dude. He actually sat down with 3 Stacks at Tyler's Festival. 3 Stacks doubles down and he says, hey, I actually have more new music coming next year. What you mean? Peep this out.
What does a Andre 3000 vision board look like going into 2025?
New music for sure. New ways to distribute and express. That's kind of, I don't want to pinpoint what it is, but I just want to express more.
Look, fam, it ain't a whole lot, but damn it, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. It sounds a lot more forever. It sounds a lot more promising than he did when he was talking about, what do I rap about? Colonoscopies and stuff. You know, and maybe that's what happens. I could just give you the perspective of an artist. You know, when you're in a situation in which you have to run your ideas by other people or people who may be involved in the branding or involved in the marketing, when you're dealing with other people that have a say in the matter because maybe they're putting up money, whatever the arrangement may be, who knows? There is a tug of war between both sides, and that there are people who have goals for what will be best for business, and there's obviously the 3 Stacks of an artist's point of view of what will be best for my creative soul, my energy, and my excitement. It feels like the tug of war came into the favor of 3 Stacks when he released the Flute album, right? And now that he's been able to not only release it, but do the visuals he wanted to do. I just saw a video not too long ago where it's the entire duration of the project and he is in a blue room and he's like doing yoga. He like creeping up to the camera. He like uncomfortably close. And I was watching on a projector. I had to look the other way. I felt like my space was being violated. But he got his way, is what I'm basically saying. And when you give an artist their way, they're more likely, in my experiences, I've been in that position, to give more of what the businessmen and women may want on their end of this tug of war. You're likely to give your investors a little bit of what they want. You've got your opportunity to get your shit off. Now you can finally abide. If that is indeed what is going on, I'm excited. I'm excited that we finally getting that album. I know some of y'all have given up. I'm not giving up nothing. He under contract. This is the first time I ever been excited about a major label contract for an artist. I still don't like it, but I've been excited because I'm like, I mean, well, truth be told, 3 Stacks, you got an album. You got it. I mean, come on, man. Your word is your word. Epic Records. I don't like them, but Epic Records, you got a word. Your word is your word. What you gonna rap about? You need some beats. You need some production. It's the first time I've ever been excited about a damn record deal, but it seems like this pressuring my guy to at some point in time deliver on that, because I'm pretty sure they're not about to drop this man off the record label. I cannot see or foresee that. And could this actually mean that we're still getting an Outkast album too? I mean, that's to me just as exciting. I'm excited about both of those. But yeah, let's just hope it's sooner rather than later. Those are my thoughts though, DIYers. You let me know what you think. Come on, man. Hey, 3 Stacks, man. You know you got a contract, my boy. Hey, a deal's a deal. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Don't be greedy. Peace.